What's up everyone, it's Aaron here, back with another video, and this time it's on how to perform the split jerk. First thing to know is where the split jerk position should be. Now, what we're looking for from a side view, okay, is having my front shin vertical, my back thigh vertical, and what I should be able to see is just the top of my toes over my knee. Okay, I shouldn't be able to see too much of my foot because then my shin's not vertical. And likewise, which is the most common problem with beginners learning to jerk, is the stance being too short and then the knee being in front of the toe. Okay, so we should see here, just the top of your toes, vertical shin, vertical back thigh, heels off the floor. My hips are directly beneath my shoulders and I can place my arms in a strong, solid lockout position. Okay, now the reason a lot of beginners struggle with this position, like anything, is they don't spend enough time in that position. So one of the best ways to get better at it in the first place is just to spend as long as you can there, understand what it feels like, and then your body will develop the understanding, the balance and the control needed to hold their positions. Okay, so in this position, the first exercise we're going to do is known as the press in split jerk. So you take your barbell, you step yourself into your appropriate jerk position. So again, just focus on the key points: shins, thigh, hips under. From here, without moving, all I'm going to do is press the bar above my head. Bring it back down. Press. Notice my head comes through at the top. I'm not left like this. Okay, I'm not going too much and I'm hyperextended. I don't want my back leg too straight. Okay, I'm in a good position all the time. And just practice the appropriate recovery, which is always front foot, back foot. The second exercise we're going to look at is known as the jerk balance. So for this exercise, again, we take the bar in the front rack position. We step out into our jerk. Then all we're going to do is recover the front foot, only the front foot, about halfway, here. I'm going to dip and I'm going to drive the bar above my head and step out into the jerk position. Like anything, just make sure you're in a good position so you can see your shin, your toe, your back thigh, heels off the floor. And then again, recover. Front foot, back foot. Now the reason that drill is quite good is because when you jerk, the back foot should land just before the front foot. When you watch the elite level lifters do it, it happens so quick you don't even see it. It looks almost as if they land simultaneously. But in fact, it is very quick. It goes back foot. Okay? So, back foot. And the reason for this is, I can't, with the back foot planted, I can drive the front foot forwards to catch under the barbell. If the back heels lands after the front foot or at the same time, the tendency is to lunge forwards into it. So you'll be like this, with your back leg too straight and the weight over in front of your, the front leg. So the jerk balance is a great exercise to address that problem. From there, we'll move on to the exercise known as the tall jerk. Now this is a great exercise for developing the speed and the understanding of how fast the jerk should be. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the bar, we're going to get onto our tiptoes and place the bar on our forehead. Now without dipping, I'm going to split into my jerk position. Again, hold it, make sure you're in good positions, recover, and back down. Toes, forehead, split. Front foot, back foot. So, from here, we can either move on to the full split jerk, or we can do the split jerk from behind the neck. The reason it's sometimes good to incorporate from behind the neck jerks is the bar is exactly where it needs to be in the finish. So as you'll see, if I press the bar directly above my head, that is where it needs to be. Okay, sometimes the tendency is if people start with it in front, is they don't understand that it needs to come back and finish behind their head. So they end up pushing it in front, which is just another problem for you to try and fix whilst you're trying to fix your footwork. So what we'll do is we'll take it behind our head, and all we're going to do is dip and get into our split position. Look at your positions, make sure they're correct, recover. Recover. When you dip, same as always, you don't want to be placing, you don't want to push your arse out into the like a squat. All you're going to do is just simply bend the knees. Bend, bend. That's all we're doing. So, bend, tap. And then finally, it's time to incorporate the full exercise as the split jerk. Okay. Nice strong rack position. I mean, what we're looking for here, guys, is the elbows should be down. We don't want the elbows up too high, unless this is if you're a very small athlete or a very small female. Generally, you don't have the same amount of mass that a male might possess, or a bigger athlete. So you'll find it hard to sometimes hold your elbows in this position, as you haven't got a lot of big delts to sit the bar on. So sometimes slightly higher elbows can make that an easier task. But for most cases, we have the elbows pointing down. We apply the same dip as we just did in the behind neck jerk, and we go into a full split jerk. Again, make sure you're looking at your positions. When you're happy, slide, slide, and recover. So that's it, guys, for the video. Okay, we looked at, first of all, understanding where the correct position is for your split jerk. So front shin vertical, back thigh vertical, back heel off the floor, firm planting. We also want a fairly wide base, so we don't want to be too narrow. Okay, we should be able to, if we're standing in this position, as we dip, here, okay? This is your best position for being most stable. Obviously, if you're too narrow, you run the risk of losing balance, okay? So you want a wider stance. Also, it's worth pointing out that the front foot can be ever so slightly turned in, as with the back foot, ever so slightly turned in. It's not necessarily something you try to do deliberately, but it just gives you that bit more surface area on the ground to stop you rotating. Sometimes if your feet are completely straight, you'll again lose balance. So first exercise, understanding where the correct position is. The second exercise was the press from split position. A great one for not only developing the appropriate position, but a great one for developing shoulder strength and stability above your head. Third exercise was your jerk balance. Okay, so a tiny dip, drive the front foot out, hold it above your head. And the final exercise, if you're not going to go straight into the split jerk, is behind the neck split jerk. Anyways, I hope this video has helped you out. If it has, please give it a like. Please subscribe, and if you've got any comments, leave them down below and I'll get back to you as best I can.